Hey everyone, your designers are here. I'm Anita at Cedar Hill Farmhouse.
And I'm Yvonne at Stone Gable.
And I'm Kelly at My Soulful Home.
We've got tips and tricks and decorating advice for you today, so let's get started.
This is episode 95, High Tech Home. Wow. Because some of the things that we found, particularly Yvonne, she has found some wowsies that really could change your life. And I have to say, I am a little resistant to the high tech, even though I live with a tech maven, or I don't know, is a maven?
He's not a maven.
What's a maven? What's a man? What's a man?
A tech
guru.
A tech hunk. Okay. And actually two tech mavens too. My daughters are firmly entrenched in the tech highway. I still like to take out my yellow legal pad and write notes, and I want a little doorbell that is actually a bell that you jingle with your hand. Okay. So let's dive into high tech home. So I think we've got a really wide variety of things from security-ish to entertainment to ordering groceries. So I can't hold Yvonne back anymore. So let her start.
She has been this is all she's been talking about all day.
Yeah.
I absolutely love tech. Now you wouldn't think that if you look at my blog. I love beauty and pretty. And I'm very classic. I dress very classically, but for some reason, like new high tech stuff, spins my wheels. Let me tell you. And I'm going to start off with this one that I just cannot wait to see. A cheaper model. I'm sure it's very expensive. I don't actually know the price point, but it's a TV. And we talked about in our last episode, having a TV in your bedroom when it was, decorating your bedroom. And this is a totally transparent TV. It looks like just like a piece of glass, but when you turn it on, it becomes a TV.
That is so cool.
And Anita has seen them that they have like a little frame around them. I've seen them where they're totally clear and they just have like a sort of silver, they're sitting on a silver base. And this does it to me because it's so unobstructive. And, TVs, like I don't have a TV on my mantle, and I know sometimes that's the only place you can put it. But I just feel so sorry for people that have to put it there because it's like this big black hole.
Oh, it is. I hate it because we do have one on our mantle and it's, the black, yeah.
But
I'm very excited about this.
Oh. I'm going to be standing in line.
And all technology, it's going to start out expensive, but over time,
remember how
will
the big
go
screen
down.
TVs were like $10,000?
Yes,
Oh my gosh, you can get them at Costco for like
$499.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
$500.
Well,
that is
but
such a good thing to know.
I don't know the price point, but I think they're marvelous. And one other thing that's really a high tech but fun, and we just got one. We don't have it installed yet. Is we got a touch sensor faucet. They have touch sensor and motor and motion sensors because a lot of the times, I've got my hand in a chicken or, something that you don't want to touch, you don't want to turn it on with a handle.
Yes.
So you just touch it and it goes on and it stays on I forget how many seconds it stays on. And then it shuts itself off.
So that's in your kitchen.
Well, we have it
in the box.
Right. In the
box.
box.
Bobby said because of our garbage disposal. Remember you had that garbage disposal issue?
Yes.
That it's too tight. He doesn't have the right tools, which just annoys the liver out of me because he can fix everything now. But yeah, now I've got to call in somebody.
Call the guy.
Yeah, call the guy. Okay. Got to call the guy.
Well, let's just take a little quick step back to this TV. We were talking about when Yvonne mentioned that she found this, how you would decorate it. So would you could put a piece of wallpaper behind it, or it would show your wallpaper.
That's how I saw it. That's what made me go
it looks like a piece of glass, but when it's on, then it
becomes a TV.
Right. So like say you put it over your mantle and you just had paint on the wall, right?
Well, so then it would just be boring if there's not. So you could put some artwork, I suppose, behind it. Sure,
right? That's what we're thinking. You could put something behind it, right?
Well, there might not be a need to do the cabinets in the future then to cover the TV.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't do that anyway.
Well, I do, because our TV in the living room here, we never watch it. It's just something. So I love not looking at it when we're not watching TV.
Yeah.
So on the rare occasion that we're using it, the doors are open.
There you go. We used to have one, but now we put it in our bookshelf. So it's not optimal, but it's it's as good as it's going to get in our house until we get a clear one. Ooh,
I can see that coming.
It's always been awkward
Christmas
with the TV.
Is coming.
Christmas is coming. Okay, great. Anita, do you have one?
Oh, well, the Nest thing for your thermostat, so that you can remotely adjust it. You can turn the temperature up or down. You can turn it off or on. I think it's wonderful. And then you can program it. I think those are wonderful. I know they use it. We have an agency that handles our house in North Carolina that rents it out, that deals with that for us. And it's not cheap using them, but they handle all those details, and it works for people that live out of state. So they've gone with those Nest thermostats. So it's really that way they're not having to send someone over there to turn it up.
And so they regulate it from their phones.
Yeah. For a situation like that, maybe especially if it's something where you're not there all the time, or maybe you're renting it out for somebody, or you have guests or something. It's nice to be able to adjust that from.
My kids have programmable thermostats, and I'm always so warm that at night, like I turn it down a little, but I don't know that it really works.
Because you can't override them.
They're probably getting an alert and they're overriding.
I bet they are. Hey, can I talk about one really funny one? Sure. And I don't know who makes this, but I think it's the HGTV Dream House. They have a Bluetooth musical toilet.
I don't
even know what to say about that.
I know. I'm thinking now that we've gone from the sublime to the absurd. I'm thinking, like, what do? Sit down on it. It starts to play your favorite songs. I think and it looks like a box. Instead of,
Oh, so the toilet is like a box.
A box.
I don't even. Okay, let's
I have to look into that. Well, but I just.
I don't think we need to.
I'm not looking into that box.
I think that's hysterical. But here's the other one. They now have shower heads that give you really great quality music while you're in the shower.
Yes, I've heard of that. And I think there's even one that's a ventilation fan for a bathroom that also does
it actually works. I hear ventilation fans don't work.
I know they don't really work, but it's always like the electrician's code or something. They force you to put something like that in. But I think Shannon from AKA Design, she had a post on this bathroom vent that played music for her teenagers, and they loved it.
Or a singing shower head. I think that's sort of fun.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that you need that. Just
people. I don't sing in the shower because I would be discouraged here. But they would, if I needed to, maybe they'd prefer if the shower head sang and not me.
Excuse me, girls. You could listen to decorating tips and tricks while you're in the shower.
Well, I know, but I have my iPad in the bathroom anyway when I'm showering. Wow, you can just play it on that.
Oh, but it's not going to have the same sound quality.
Well, okay.
Now, I would definitely put a singing shower head in my shower.
Okay, let's see if we can get one of those sent over to you.
If possible, that's right.
Okay, so I've got one. Well, everyone probably knows, and if you don't know, I'm here to tell you that Amazon, the colossal Amazon, purchased Whole Foods, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not really a Whole Foods shopper. Peter was very momentarily gluten-free, like it was like maybe
like a day.
It was like Tuesday afternoon at like noon until like Wednesday at about 6:30. Right. So I did go in there and I looked all around. I read all the things and stuff, and I brought crackers home that tasted like cardboard. And it's not Whole Foods' fault. It was just I was trying to go gluten free. So, but
right.
It's a little out of my way, so don't necessarily go there. Every once in a while, I'll go in. And one of the reasons I didn't go there is because they are known for what do they call them? Whole Foods. They call it
whole paycheck.
Whole paycheck, right? Because it's so expensive.
Oh, but they're putting the new Whole 365 near me, and that's supposed to be less expensive.
Well, the because Amazon bought them, the prices are plummeting.
Well, let me just tell you something.
They said down 43%. They
okay,
went
but
down.
stick with me. I'm not at my tech. I'm not at my tech thing yet.
All right.
Yes, we're listening.
Okay, so now, because Amazon owns Whole Foods, you can order your groceries, which are better priced now, through Alexa and have them delivered in Amazon Prime.
Whoa.
Hey, I use Amazon Fresh. I use Amazon Fresh.
Yes.
On my computer, deliver my groceries. They show up at my door.
So you are doing that already.
Well, remember, I was in a wheelchair for 7 months.
Well, I do remember that.
And so,
but you do have Bobby, so I thought he was just running out every day to get fresh eggs and bread.
He would go shopping, but it just was such. He has such a big, long, busy job.
Yeah.
And so I had it, and it's wonderful.
Okay, so tell us how it works for you.
Well, I just go online because you have to pay a very, very nominal fee.
Yes.
For a month. And as long as you order over $40 worth of groceries, you just go online and order it all. The prices are pretty good.
Yeah.
And they come in these beautiful, big green insulated bags, and they have ice in them. And you can pick out your time, within a time frame of when you want them delivered. If I order on Wednesday, they show up at my door on Friday morning.
Well, I think we had a service shipped that was similar to that. You can order online on your phone, and it would come to your door.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And years ago, when Ava was a baby, and I was working crazy hours and driving all over the place, I used a company called Peapod, which I don't even know if they're still in business.
I remember that
I do
one.
too.
And it was so very lovely to.
I think it was a
open
little
the. Right.
before its time.
Exactly.
Now people are ready for it.
Exactly. It was a little before its time, but it was perfect for me. It'd be snowing out. I just got home from work and I'd open the door and there'd be, diapers and milk, and it was so great. But the extra bonus here, if you have an Alexa or Echo Dot, which you could also listen to decorating tips and tricks right through. You can just tell her, and she'll keep, I believe, I will double check this, but I believe Peter told me, that's my techie hunk that I live with, that she'll keep a running list for you.
So what you ordered last time.
I've not done it on that yet, but I will.
Right. And then you just shout out to her, Alexa, we need paper towels. Oh, Alexa, we need Cascade, or we need bread, or whatever. And then you can just order it straight through her. You don't even have to go online.
I do have to tell you this one little thing, because we're sort of talking about Whole Foods. Whole Foods, I have to tell you, I sat next to somebody at a banquet, and they were farmers that worked for Whole Foods. And she was telling me part of their farm was raising pigs. And she said that the pig diet for Whole Foods is so absolutely fabulous compared to what they have to feed the other pigs. The way they raise them is so different and organic.
Interesting.
And they don't, if a pig has a sneeze, it can't be part of Whole Foods. It's amazing. She said the quality is that much better. It is so worth it.
Wow. Well, good to know.
And she was saying, we raise pigs for other companies, but she said nothing is like Whole Foods. They're just amazing.
Oh,
and she said,
that makes it even more exciting.
My sister, the chef, swears by Whole Food.
Okay.
For quality
now I'm
of
going
taste.
back now that
and they're building a Whole Foods about 20 minutes from me. I am doing that. Happy dance of joy.
Oh my goodness. You get that TV, you get your fresh pork arrives at the door. It's fabulous. Okay.
And here's
who's got another one?
Go ahead.
You got another one?
Oh, I do. We're speaking about at the door, and this is going to happen. I put Bobby on notice. And it's called the Ring doorbell system.
I've been looking at that. We've come so close to doing it so far.
We're going to do that.
The trigger yet.
And it has an audio and a video, and you can it'll show up on your cell phone. And also they have Ring floodlights, and we have floodlights at the side of our house and in the back that go on. And it's motion. If there's any motion, it'll let you know that somebody's out there or something's out there. It might be deer in our case.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because of the amazing technology you have now. Back in the 70s, my dad worked for an oil company and he worked with service stations. So he actually had one of those. Remember the thing that you would run over at the service station that
Would
Yeah,
ring
the
the
ding
bell.
ding.
Yeah,
Yes,
ring the bell.
yes.
So
I cannot believe that came from the recesses of my memory.
Okay,
I know,
so
me too.
he brought one of those home. And he had that in our driveway. And when you went over it, the lights would come on immediately. Okay, so now that's not a big deal. I mean, we had
But back
That must have
then,
been
but
so
back
cool
in the
then.
70s, when I mean, it freaked people out.
Yeah. They thought you were like the Jetsons or something.
Well, I think they thought we were standing there with a gun pointed at the driveway, with turning the light on every time somebody pulled in.
was this in Oklahoma?
No. I didn't live in Oklahoma.
Oh,
Just
this
born
was
there
in
when we moved.
Pennsylvania.
No, I guess it was New Jersey. I'm trying to
New
remember. You know,
Jersey,
we've
okay.
lived so many places, I don't remember. But
Mhm.
yeah, he had that in
That's
the.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did that. I love it. Don't you just love a great recommendation from a friend? Well, we're delighted to be recommending these companies and their wonderful products to you today. And let them know your friends at DTT sent you. Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. You know, we're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And that deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfasts, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Well, Peter wants that too because it would be very practical at our house because particularly if we're out here where I am in the podcast studio, which is in the barn, how would I know unless I was able to hear my dog barking that somebody was at the door? You know, even if it's not an intruder, it's just, you know, maybe you're getting your Amazon Prime Whole Foods grocery order delivered or something. And you just want to know what's going on, or the girls lock themselves out or something like that. So he is really wanting to do this. And as I said in the beginning, you know, I had pictured like the little bell. I was kind of just trying to replicate the little bell I had at my other house, which was really just a little
where you pull the string.
Bell.
Yeah,
the
the total opposite of ring.com.
The total opposite. And I was trying to say, how is this high-tech thing going to look on the front of my farmhouse? I'm not too happy about it.
That too. I know.
But let me tell you, so I looked around. He sent me one and I said, well, let me look a little bit. And knowing we were doing this,
they're small.
A little harder. Yeah. So the one that I saw that looked pretty good is the Ring Video Doorbell Pro. and you get it on Amazon. I can put the link to that.
Yeah, do that. Mm-hmm.
It has over 8,080 reviews, all 4 and 5 star.
Well, and you can get the cloud, because to me, that's the whole point of it, that will store your video. That's an additional service. It's a monthly fee. But if you do that, it can store the video. If you've had some foul play, then you can send that to the police.
Yes, that was one of the reviews. One a lady said that she had just installed it. It was one of the first reviews. You'll see it if you go look. And that she got the alert that someone was at her door. She wasn't home. So the alert comes on your phone. Am I right in understanding that, girl?
I think so.
Understand it? So she's at work or wherever she is. She gets an alert that somebody's at her door. And
she can answer it on her phone, right?
And she answered it. And the guy said his name. He was looking for Nick. And she said, well, no one lives here by that name. She's talking to him back and forth. And he's, oh, okay. And then he's just kind of lurking around. He had a hoodie on. He was like, the profile of a burglar sounds like the way she described what he had on. But then she looked back in the video, and I guess before you have to, maybe, I don't know when you get the alert, if they touch it or it just senses them, but he had been looking around on her front porch and looking in her window. You're not doing that if you come to knock on somebody's door.
No. And she yelled, "Get out of here.
Get out of there. There's no Nick here." She said, so she gave the video that was preserved to the police. They said it was the clearest they had ever seen. Not like those bodega store videos where you can't, everybody looks the same. You're like, and everyone's moving like, and so he gives it, and sure enough, the police, I don't know what town she was in, but the police found him 3 days later trying to break into somebody else's house. But they didn't have this, but they caught him and they linked him to her and several other burglaries.
Kelly, so many of my neighbors have this. And they post it on Nextdoor, the Nextdoor app all the time.
Hey, I signed up for that.
This guy, good for you. They'll say, this guy was on my porch, or my package is gone. This person took it. Be on the lookout. And so it's been a great communication tool for neighbors. The video in combination with the Nextdoor app, we're really able to see, this is what the car looked like, or this is what the person looked like.
To be
on the lookout. It's good to be connected with your neighbors.
Yep. In this day and age, I've got a couple more. We're just going to, one that I have in my house, and that's a robotic vacuum cleaner. And it's called the Bobby Pet, BOBI. And it is
but you're not talking about Bobby the husband.
My Bobby's 2 B's and a Y, but this is BOBI Pet.
I want one of those.
Oh my! And I have, because it's for people who have pets, and it is amazing. It sanitizes my
floors. But now,
have you heard? It picks everything up.
Have you heard the concern? They're saying that thing, it maps out your floor plan. And I've been reading online, some people are concerned that that's something that a burglar could get that information from that thing. Have you heard that?
Well,
so the burglar would have to break in, steal your Bobby Pet, make it tell it everything.
No, you can access. No, they could, maybe access it online.
You could look in my windows and see my floor plan.
Yeah,
so I don't worry about that.
If you're bloggers, you know an awful lot about us.
Yeah, exactly. We're slapping we're like, look, we moved our pillow over, burglar. It's closer to the door.
You don't need that.
Well, we've got a nice big security system and other things, so I feel okay. But anyway, I absolutely love this, and I'll put a link on to Amazon. They sell it, and I can attest that it is amazing. You can use it by remote control. You can put these little plastic things where you don't want it to go. It is just amazing. It does such a good job, and it sanitizes.
Could you make it follow a particular person around? Because I would like it to follow Ava.
Swarm.
Exactly. Maybe I need 3 or 4 of them.
That is so funny.
Please don't eat a muffin, Ava. Please don't.
over the sink, Ava.
Over the sink. How many times in my lifetime have I said over the sink?
I've got another self-sterilizing thing that I think is so awesome. And it's a self-sterilizing door handle.
Ooh. Are you serious?
Yes. No, I'm dead serious.
You are the Jetsons.
Oh, I love that idea. Do you know how, here's my
Judy,
doctor
right?
husband.
Judy
here's my doctor husband about talking how germs are transferred. And this would save so many people from getting sick.
What happens? Is it like Purell squirt out of the pores of it?
It's that light. The same thing with the robotic vacuum cleaner. It has that ultraviolet light that sanitizes.
Hit me with your laser beam.
I know. And now while we're talking about doors, and we have this on our doors, we have some touchpad deadbolts. And it's sort of a lower high-tech thing. But if you come into our back door, you can use a key, but we also have a touchpad and it has a code and you can set it up for like multiple people, one use, whatever you want to do.
That was so good.
Interestingly that you say that. So I think I mentioned we have the house in North Carolina and we rent it, and we have this rental agency, Graybeard, that handles it for us. And they're so good with handling all these vacation rental homes. They also have a high-tech pin pad on or keypad on the front of the door.
That's what it looks like.
So you put in but it's not just right, but they access it remotely, so they can give someone a code that's renting the house remotely. Because just a few months ago, they had to go by the office and pick up a key. And now they say, well, here's your code. And then if someone goes in the house, they know who was in there because they know what code, and they can add codes, take them off. It's all done remotely, which is really amazing.
Now, security systems do that as well. So you know who's coming and going. And I get an alert on my phone.
And
who's coming and going.
Right. Now, you can do that with your security system as well, but I'm talking the doorknob. I mean, getting
that's
in the
amazing.
door.
Yeah, we have one now. It's not quite that high tech. We just have to, but we also you'd have to turn the alarm off, and I know who it is that's coming and going when they put in the code. There's also which one you'll love. All people who have computers will love this. It's a computer, and you touch the screen and it makes a box, and it prints out what's in the box right from your computer. And it comes out of the bottom of your screen.
We hate printers.
Isn't that just called print screen?
No, but if the printer is in your computer, she's saying.
Yeah, it's right.
The printer in
the screen of your computer.
It's like a Polaroid camera.
And it has like in the back of it.
Okay.
And that I don't know if it's a touch screen or you make a box around whatever it is that you want to print, and you push print, and
it's on the computer itself.
It's in the back of the computer. It's real small. Like you put your paper in the back.
That must be a desktop, because you don't want to be carrying around a roll of paper with your laptop.
Well, of course, but you put it in and it comes out the bottom. I've got this big, huge clunk of a thing.
Yeah.
Sitting on top. I can't
mine's
wait
in my pantry.
to do that. I know. How smart are you? But I don't want to have to get up. I have it right here in my office.
No, I don't mind getting up.
But isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Now, I have another one.
Waiting for that.
It's too late for Ivy.
But
yes, able to save others.
I have Ivy too, 3 and 4.
Okay, well, then I want you to order a few of these. It's called the Parrot Flower Parrot Flower Plant Monitor. And it's a wireless sensor.
Well, I don't know. Are you all going to be able to remotely access the care of my
No, we'll just monitor you. We'll just monitor you.
It's a wireless sensor which detects moisture, temperature, fertilizer levels, and a lot of other things for your house plants. And that seems a little over the top for me. But
so you get an email, or what? Does your plant go, I'm hungry?
No, I don't think your plant emails you. I think you just
Wouldn't
have
that
to
be weird if it converted it to a
Mm-hmm.
voice? That would be creeping me out.
Help! Okay, and then there's another one in the garden. And this may solve the problem for some of the people that are avid gardeners. And I know there's a lot of ladies in my gardening club on Facebook, which of course everyone is welcome to join, the Be a Better Gardener Club. You could just email me if you want to join. But we often talk about, what's eating my blank. And there's a garden camera that's a time-lapse camera, and you can set it up, and it will take the photos in a time-lapse mode over a period of time. So if something is eating your plants at night, some of us are going out there with flashlights to see, is that a grasshopper? Is it a beetle? What is it? And it'll take the pictures.
That's like the game cameras they have.
I was just thinking that.
motion sensors, and then it shoots to see what, and it's a similar thing. What was here? That's a great idea. Wow.
That is a great idea.
It's not cheap, but if you're really into it, or if you spent a lot of money, I was so worried when my hedges were going because something was eating them, and then I was
Did you figure out what it was?
Yeah, it was grasshoppers, but I had to eradicate them in the gentlest possible way.
But
we don't want to know.
It took me a while. Well, a few of them that I actually saw live, I just ran around Emmett and I, because Emmett loves to get them, and they're really big. And then smashing them with my flip flops.
Whacking them with your
flip flops. Yeah.
Oh,
but I did
low
another
tech. That's very low.
Yeah, that was low tech. But I would have saved me a couple of months.
You weren't using your laser
worry.
gun or anything.
No. But I wish I had one.
I have another one I thought was so interesting, and it's called the Echo dishwasher. And first of all, it doesn't look like a dishwasher. It looks like a round tube. And you pull it apart, and it's big enough, I think, to put like dinner plates in. Mm-hmm. And they have like slots for them. And you close it up, and it works with ultrasound waves. And
no water?
Totally gets rid of everything. I think I'm not sure. It says it uses less water. I didn't really delve into it.
Yeah.
But it looked amazing. I mean,
does that sit on your counter or go inside?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how you would put it in your house, but it's round like it looks, and like you could just sit it on your counter, but I wouldn't want that big round tube sitting on my counter. But I'm thinking in 20 years, what is going to happen to our homes?
Well, and it's interesting because some technology comes up and people reject it and it just doesn't really take. And other things they just grab a hold of. And then 5 years later, it's the standard, accessory for your home.
Well, exactly. Like look at wireless speakers, how they've taken. You don't need to wire the outside of your house to have speakers so you have music on your porch or your patio. You just have your wireless speakers. I just think that's so wonderful. And I mean, do you know how when we had our house, we have music all over the downstairs of our home, and we had it hardwired in because when
ours is hardwired.
Built the home, and we had like an intercom system between upstairs and downstairs.
It's so expensive,
but that was so high tech at the time.
Yes, remember when we had those 3-foot speakers?
Yes, you don't need any of that. Yeah, you just need these little tiny things.
I remember that was one of our first decorating fights. I hate those huge speakers.
Yes. But we've really embraced those, which is that's something good. Anybody have any others?
Go ahead. Clean out your closet. Then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor. And I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. Inevitably, with the new year come wellness goals. One very effective and easy to reach goal is to add Dose to your wellness regime. Dose is expertly formulated organic wellness shots that support your liver in one delicious drink. Formulated with ingredients clinically shown to support liver health: potent turmeric, milk thistle, and ginger. There's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Did you know that your liver performs over 500 special functions? Since I learned all that my liver is doing, I started with Dose to support all those vital functions. I take a shot of refreshing Dose 2 times per week to combat everyday toxins from food, meds, alcohol, and unhealthy air. Since starting with Dose about a month ago, I am definitely feeling an overall improvement in my health. So if you want to give Dose a shot and invest in your health like I have, Dose is offering DTT listeners 15% off your first order, plus an additional 15% off if you subscribe for a monthly delivery. That's 30% off your first order. So go to dosedaily.co/DTT and use the code DTT. That's dosedaily.co.co/DTT and use the code DTT. I have, let me see. Well, the doorbell was my favorite of mine, but I have
that's
to say,
what I want to get.
Tip of the day goes to Yvonne with that glass television.
Ding,
Yeah,
ding, 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 ding.
yeah, that one's pretty awesome. Well, and I hadn't heard of that one, so I'm pretty excited about it.
Yes.
Well, here's an interesting one that you might have heard of.
She's
and
got
it's
another
called
one.
I think it's Cicret, CICRIT bracelet. And you wear it on your arm and you touch a button and it shows your forearm becomes the screen.
Oh,
and you
I've been seeing those for a while.
But guess what? I mean, I was so excited over this.
I didn't know if it was really a real product or if it was just still in production.
It's a hoax. And it's all over. It's even on Amazon, believe it or not. And they said that from what I'm reading, I mean, I may be, I can't read everything, but I got so excited about it thinking, well, that would be cool because you can read your email right in your arm. You don't have to walk around with the phone. You can carry on a video conversation just by looking at your arm. I can't wait till those, Star Trek, like those virtual screens that pop up in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait about the transporter. You may have to wait a little longer.
Well, I'd like that too. Yeah. I would spend some time in all kinds of different countries, but I like those screens. So I'm just waiting for those. And I thought, wow, that's on its way. But from what I'm reading, they are a hoax.
Okay, well, so but don't change in your bangles for a secret.
Well, what's a hoax
bracelet.
now may be around a year from now.
Yeah,
so
that was my point. You never know. Mm-hmm. And it's sort of fun to see all these like Jetson things actually happening. There's even a shower that's called the tulip that it looks sort of tulip shaped it's like a pod and it just steams you clean.
Wow.
I just don't even know.
Or you could just lay down and have the Bobby pet run you over.
Several times. The problem with that is you'd have to turn over. Well, this has been a lot of fun today, and it's been it's fun to think about what the future might hold as far as technology. And, technology, although, there's a lot of downsides to it, there's also a lot of convenience to it. And actually I get a lot of awe from it. Like, oh, that's so cool. But we're done for today. So remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Hey there. If you're loving our podcast like we're loving our podcast, we would love you to rate and review us. Head to iTunes to do that. It's easy and it would mean so much to us.